think I got it. So that was Henry Mancini, by the way. If you know the Pink Panther, that's a Henry Mancini thing. So if you lettered, would you please come right down here and put yourself in order by last name? This one's by last name. The rest of it's by first name. Would you come on down here? Right down to Mr. Brumley, next level down. Please do not fall off the stage. Maybe jumping off. Okay, yeah, cool. Come on over, guys. Come on over. So we have they're going to go ahead and gather up the stuff here that's in that order. I think, Lily, you're the only person that didn't actually have a fiber letter, so you'll get 3 things here, okay? So go ahead. Yeah, you can start passing them out. First year only, that, and that. I think so. Correct. That is correct. All right, so the only person here who bothered to letter during COVID was Peyton Schulte. Raise your hand, Peyton. Yay, Peyton! Nice job. And following COVID, we picked up the pace. We've got Mark and Marlene Ramula. We've got Kira, Chase, Katie, and Jaden are all in their 2nd year of lettering. Can I hear for them? Yeah. And even more this year, we've got Addie, Lily, Nora, Sam, Michael, Emma, Ashley, Stephen, Marin, and Olivia. Make sure that there's not anybody on the next page. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yep, those are all the people that are 1st year lettering. So we'll get them all around up. And guys, if there's anything that is not quite right, if you don't get any of the plates or a bar or whatever, don't hesitate to let me know tomorrow. I've got some in my office too, but this should be all okay. Ellie and Jaden, and Chase and Jaden were both jazz bands. So how about these people, right? Participating in a state band was Katie Durham, Sam Arsler, and Jaden Kadir Redmond on jazz band. Big round of applause for them. And those 3 people will have their names, already have their name emboldened on a plaque in our room in there forever and ever. So there you go. And yes, and so if you went to Regional Music Festival, with the exception of the clarinet choir, everybody else, would you get in order down here by first name? Regional music people down here. And if you're in state, hang out there. Don't come back up here. This is everybody, including y'all, by first name. So if they receive the 1 rating, they will receive a little bronze-colored award. If they got a 2 rating, they'll get a sheet on the back of their paper. Yeah, if you guys can figure out how to be in order by way of first name, that would be super helpful. And listen, Mr. Brumley's calling your name, so be ready. And I'll list off their names. Addie Bond with a 1 rating, Alex Geisel with a 2 rating, Ashley Paulson with a 2, Beck Scoggins with a 1, Braden George with a 2, Chase Bond with a 1, Kimberly Young with a 2, Danielle Casper with a 2, Dylan Estes with a 2, Aaron Scoggins with a 1, Isabella Andre with a 1, Jaden Kadera Redmond with a 1, Kira Blau with a 2, with a 2, Lily Hunt with a 1, Marianne McNally with a 2, Marin Ruffin 1, Mackenzie Stewart with a 2, Michael McCrack with a 2, Monet Edwards with a 2, Nora Ide with a 2, Olivia Tarvin with a 2, Peyton Schulte with a 1, Thad Rowan with a 2, and Thomas Kofal with a 2. All those people, give them a round of applause. We're going to get all these solos out of the way. Then we had all of our ensembles went to state. It was clarinet trio number 1, double reed trio number 1, and then horn quartet number 1. All received a 1 rating at regionals and headed to states. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, first come on up here, Ems, get closer. Michael, Monet, get up here. Could you guys let them come by, please? Monet, come on around. Push him out of the way, Monet. You're a fighting type. There you go. Nora, come on up here. Olivia. Please get up here, guys. Peyton, come on up. We did have a clarinet choir that played, but they had to have me direct, and because they had to have me direct, they didn't get a rating for that one. But they still played, and probably played, in my opinion, the best they ever had. So the clarinet choir also. If you were in the clarinet choir, would you put your hand and wave and say, "That was me, yay you." There you go. So everybody that received a 1 rating, went on to state. Everybody that received a 1 rating went on to state, and as soon as we finished the last ones here, there's the clarinet trio. Funny thing, speaking of the clarinet trio, I hunted and hunted for a rating sheet last year, thought I had lost it. When we went to state this year, the clarinet trio from last year's sheet was in our box. They had found it somewhere along the way. So we got all those. And then state, these people, please get in line, state people by first name, if you would, please. Addie Bond received a 1 at state. Beck Scoggins got a 2 at state. Chase Bond a 1 at state. Aaron Scoggins 2 at state. Jaden Kadera Edmond 2. Lily Hunt a 1. Maren Ruffin 2. Peyton Schulte received a 2. And then all of our ensembles got a 1 at state, including the clarinet trio, double reed trio, and the horn quartet. Big round of applause for all those awesome kids. If you are a senior, whichever band you're in, either first or third, if you're a senior, would you come up here in the front row, please? Right here, if you would, please. All seniors. What? You're fine. All seniors, come on up here. Okay, ladies, oh my goodness, there's a lot of people here. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, and I'm the shortest of them all, I think maybe, get behind Maren, is that what you said? What a terrible thing, Carter. Carter said that. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, if you look at these are obviously my last seniors I will ever have. And it is just astounding. These people have been in music now 8 years. They started in 5th grade. And it is almost unheard of for people to follow through with things that long, 8 years. And wherever Mr. Brumley still is down there, you know, when we split up everything, it was much harder for everybody to get accustomed to Mr. Brumley and then come back and get accustomed to me. Yet all these people have the tenacity to stick through all this time. And I was telling Mr. Bartley about the God microphone on the football stadium out there and how the district office can hear me. And everybody knows that I'm not always the friendliest person. But these people are willing to see the bigger picture and to understand what we're after. And if you look at that table up there, you'll see that everything that we touched this year in marching band, first place in everything. So would you please join me? I just want to say, these are awesome people that can stick with something this long, and my hat off, if I was wearing one, to anybody that can stick with anything for 8 years. So congratulations, you guys are awesome. And with that being said, I want to just give a quick mention about how many of these kids are playing in college, and I'm certain that there are more of them, but many of them didn't reply to my email that I sent out. But this is what I know. Kira will be playing at the University of Arkansas and getting $2,000 up to 5 years for playing her instrument. Ashley Paulson's going to play at KU, Steven's going to play at Middle Tennessee State, Warren at Olivet Nazarene, Thad at Oklahoma Baptist, Peyton at the University of Oklahoma, Aaron at Fort Hays Band. I think that's it. One more round of applause. one thing, so give me just a second here. So when I started here in 2012, there were 3 state large group plaques for receiving 1 ratings. One of them was 1967, I think it was. There was one in 1987, I think it was. And then there was one in 1999. That's all that we had. I would love for you someday to stop in there and take a look at the wall, because there are 9 more of them now in there. And this year, this top band right here, got a straight 1 ratings, again, a state large group this year. First hour does, and we'll really quickly set up the jazz band over there. I don't need to explain it to you, but I hope you can hear the last 2 that we do and realize why we're playing. take just a second for us to get set up with the jazz band. With this gentleman and realize how positive effect he had on the whole world and Saturday morning TV.
Trying not to scream it in his ears, but that was Baron Ruffin on tenor sax and Jaden Redmond on trombone solos. Very nice, guys. So way back in November, would you mind grabbing those big ones right there, Mr. Brevely? Way back in November, we took our first competition of the year, and I'm always anxious with the jazz band as we go to Baker because there's lots of really good bands there. And this is one of the first time, it might be the very first time that I had a full comp of a jazz band. Guitar, piano, full line of saxes, extra trumpets and everything. And I was so nervous when we got there. And I'm proud to say that they came back with a 1 in sight reading and a 1 for the entire band. Please give them a round of applause. And
in addition to those, we had a couple outstanding soloist awards, and those were, make sure I do this right, those are Chase Bond and Audrey Schoening. Is that what you have there? Yes, perfect. Very good. Sorry, after you got that. All right, then the next festival that we attended was the Pitt State Jazz Festival. It is a 2-day festival, and it is the first weekend of February. And if you ask them, probably the best was the lunch stop, right? Stopping for lunch, maybe? Yeah, of course. And I'm happy to say they came back for the second year in a row at the Pitt State Jazz Festival, straight 1 ratings. Second year in a row. Don't take off until I make sure I've said everything correctly. And outstanding soloists at Pitt State University were Chase Bond, Maren Ruffin, Audrey Schoening. Is that what you have there? Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, there you go. Good round of applause. Okay, right on. So we're going to play another chart now, and then we've got just a couple minutes of 2 more trophies after we get done with that, and then we will move on to the 3rd hour band. You guys ready? Ready? The Beatles fans out there, this is She's Going Home. Hope you enjoy. It's going to feature Chase Bond on his very own, oh my gosh, words. Flugelhorn, thank you. Words disappear from my brain sometimes. There you go. All right, whenever you're ready. So the last bit of recognition we do is I'm just a little more than a little proud of these giant trophies up here. If you would engage me in seeing these 1, 2, 3 on the right-hand side. This is, I'm trying to remember exactly what they were, but they are the 3 best trophies that the jazz band could get with their first ever trip to Winter Park. The orchestra was nice enough to let us go along. So would you give a big round of applause for the jazz band for these great big huge trophies? And so, 2 days after we got back from Winter Park, after riding in the bus for what felt like 35 hours, we immediately went to the MNU Jazz Festival. Not only did they get straight 1 ratings there, but they, along with, was it Olathe East, is that who it was? Olathe East got the top band of the day at the MNU Music Festival on Wednesday. What's that? Oh, we were co-winners with Olathe East. Did I not make that clear? Sorry, Jaden. Jaden wants everyone to know. There were no certificates in MNU, but the people who got mentioned on the rating sheets for outstanding solos were Chase, Marin, Audrey, and Carter. So if you're a senior, would you either stand up or would you raise your hand if you happen to be a non-standing? Would you stand up? That means you got to stand up. There you go. There you go. Nice job. Very good. Hey, you know, it's really, really challenging to fit jazz band into your schedule. There's people every year that are like, dude, I'd be there, but such and such is offered second hour. And all these people, I'm just amazed at the progress that they make. I pick on Stephen a lot because when Stephen transferred here in middle school, I really picked on him a whole bunch. And now Stephen has turned out to be in literally, not figuratively, every band and orchestra class that he could be in. Field directors. He's turned into an awesome individual. Go ahead, Stephen. At the beginning of the year, Thad was literally just learning where to put his fingers for chords, right, Thad? And Thad's done a great job. It's also his first year in jazz band. Go ahead for Thad. Second year in jazz band is Alex Geisel back there on the trumpet. Big round of applause for Alex. So as a 6th grade flute player, Marin kind of hid there in the front row, and then all of a sudden she decided she wanted to play saxophone. And then the next thing you know, Marin wants the lead tenor part, and now she's been playing lead tenor and doing tons of solos. This is her 3rd year in jazz band. The one and only 4-year senior that we have up there is back there in the back. That is Sadie Coon for 4 years of bass guitar in jazz band. We do have an award that we give out as the Outstanding Jazz Band, and this individual, I'm sure will come as no surprise, all-state jazz band, always the first person to take solos whenever it wants to, whenever it's offered. So would you give a big round of applause? Sorry, Jaden, you got to come up here. Jaden Cadera-Redmond. So speaking of that, he gets a little solo here at the very beginning of this. This is a short Jackson 5 tune. I hope you enjoy. As soon as we get done to this, the 3rd hour is going to sprint up there and get ready. 3rd hour, please don't start making noise until I ask you to. Okay, go ahead and get yourself situated. Take the stands and chairs, but don't make noise until I ask you to. Okay? It's all you, Audrey.
1, 2, 3, 4.
the third hour to get set up and get chairs and stands. And while they're doing that, I've invited Mr. Bartley to come and introduce himself. So Mr. Bartley, I'm not sure where you are out there. If you want to head up here. When I was offered the position over at Woodland Spring back at the beginning of January, as soon as I announced it, I called Mr. Bartley's dad, and I said, Tristan needs to interview for this position. And the reason why I said that is because McLeod has gone from a band of small numbers and not a whole lot of accomplishments to, well, dare I say, outscored us in the 46 last year. Not that I'm hostile or anything, but I have heard Mr. Bartley work. I've heard his bands. I genuinely feel like he's going to take this bands to another level, and I've invited him to say a couple things here while the third hour gets set up. So would you please welcome Tristan Bartley to the stage? He's going to sing a little Jackson 5 first.
That is not going to happen. All right. Good evening, everyone. It's great to see you. Now you have a face to the email address, which hopefully helps. I'm really here. First of all, kids all sound great tonight. So one more hand for them. I just want to say how super excited I am to step into this position. Mr. Woogie's done great things. Kids sound great. Man does great things. I'm super excited to hop on board and have Mr. Brumley and Mr. Woogie as colleagues next year. I talked to Mr. Woogie a couple months ago before I was offered the position. We kind of talked about the future and where the program's at and things like that, which is really exciting because I am immensely excited for what the future holds. Okay? Lots of great things coming down the pike, and I hope you're excited too. So thank you for the warm welcome, and there's a lot of things moving behind me, so I'm going to move right now. Thank you very much.
There may be strange things happening here and again. It's okay. Okay, let's see. I've already forgotten what the next thing is. So. There we go. All right, so another run of trophies that I would like to draw your attention to all the way back from the first week of October, starting right here, here, and here. This is first place at Emporia State University, top field director, top drumline, top color guard. All the top awards at Emporia State University. Only the second year ever, for only the second year ever, this is the first place top trophy at the Baker University Marching Festival, including first place drumline and color guard. And in the vibe of marching band, I'd like to present to you next year's field directors, Nora Ide and Kimberly Elton. Would you guys stand up, please? We couldn't quite come up with a 1 rating, but we were very, very close out of this band. We got a 2 at State March Group. Still, they did a great job, and they were only, each judge, they were only 3 points away from a 1 rating. So congratulations on your time. So here's the, we've got 2 more awards before we play our last tune. The first one is an award given to a student that is an underclassman that has shown leadership, and I felt it hugely appropriate for state band member Caitlin Durham to receive even Jade, if you'd like to hear that. There you go. I did a handshake, congratulations. There you go. Okay, one more. I think most people would agree that there is a little thingy right there, medallion as well. Thank you very much. The student who affects, if he's not there, everybody knows it, whether it's marching band, pep band, concert band. I wish to give the John Philip Sousa Award to Sam Auersler.
Hey everyone, on behalf of the band boosters, we wanted to recognize Mr. Woogie, give him a small little gift for leading our high school band for the past 11 years. I wasn't here when you, well, I mean, it was in Spring Hill when you started, but I know how much you've grown this program, and this table just speaks volumes to the impact that you've made to this program. So thank you very, very much. We know you're not going far, but good luck on your journey. Second item. So the other item I wanted to talk to you guys real quick, after the kids get everything put away, please stick around for just a few seconds. Outside the front doors of the high school, we had a little fundraiser. We raised some money to bump up our general fund, and the winners of this sweepstakes or raffle gets to put a pie in Mr. Williams, Mr. Brumley's, and in Mr. Woogie's face. So I think you probably want to stick around and see that. Sam Orsler actually won 2 entries. It was a random entry. So he can choose to defer that to someone else if he'd like, or he can take both. That's fine. And then the other winner was Tanner Collins. I'm assuming you're going to defer that to Ian, but hey, it's up to you.
Yeah, Ian's passed it on too.
Oh, Ian's passed on too.
Yeah, some really excited person.
Okay. Who might that be?
That.
I can't wait for this, so I hope you guys stick around and watch this. Thank you.
Being emotional is not one of my strong points. I'll tell you that, other than anger, I think, maybe, or something. But I had a conversation with both bands this morning a little bit about how much I appreciate everything. When the job came open in 2012, I was so excited to get to be at the place that my kid was going through school. I thought that was the best thing ever. And then I ended up being in a place that is taking good care of the kids and taking good care of me. And I wish to express my gratitude to everybody. And in honor of that, I'm just going to get out of the way.
Thank you.